Oh yes, I just arrived from the MOT. What an adventure. What's up folks, welcome back to the garage. As you can see from the angle of the sun, it's early morning here in Finland, Saturday morning. My goal is today to take this 145 to MOT and I hope we will pass it. We shouldn't have any problems, but I try to make sure everything. I had some back issues and I even spent a week in a hospital, so in that time my 940 turbo and this 145 the MOT went by, so it's not valid anymore. But it's in Finland you can drive the car to the MOT without valid MOT if you have reserved the time beforehand. I haven't reserved the time yet, but I know that there's some free time, but I want to make sure that this car is ready for the MOT. I still have my winter tires, so I will pick the best ones from the floor and put it back. I have recharged the battery overnight, it should be okay. I just have to fill the windshield wiper liquid can, check all the lights and so on. So it's I want to make sure that all the small details work, so the MOT guy will immediately notice that yes, this car is in good condition. But in the end of this video you will know the result of the MOT. Last summer I had few track events, so I think that's one reason why the tires are a little bit worn. In Finland we have to have 1.6 millimeter the thread, or what you call these. Yeah, but you understand. But for example, this is not good enough. That one is. Luckily I have one pair of these tires, okay, and I found one pair. I think those are from, I used to have a 240, but I don't have it anymore, but I still have these tires. I thought that I would have a whole set, but you can see there's a wheel there, so I am missing the tires, so I must have removed the tires from some reason, I don't know why. But I have 4 good tires for the MOT. That's good. And like I told you, I have charged the battery overnight with the low setting, and I have now 13.57 volts, which is nice. Last night when I started to charge it, it was 12.6 about, so now it should be okay. Here in engine bay everything should be okay. Just refill the fluids, and I will check the oil. So my plan is now to lift the car up, change the tires first, then drive a little bit forward, and then we will check all the lights and everything. And then we will do a short test drive to make sure everything is ready, and I hope quite soon we can start our way to MOT. Oh yes, that was a quite quick thing to do. This scissor lift is it's not perfect, but it's very good in this kind of work. Changing tires. Something else under the car is a little bit more difficult than this, but this was quite quick. I have had some feedback or comments, especially in my Finnish channel, that I'm tightening the nuts with this compressed air gun. Don't worry, I have a adjustment here that it will open with the full throttle, and only it will close with the medium. So soon you will see when I'm using my torque wrench that you shouldn't be worried those nuts to be too tight. I'm using about 110, 100, something that the Newton meters. I already tightened the front wheel and now the rear one. As you can see, I have to tighten it quite a lot. A little bit more. There it is. Second one, almost loose. And the fourth and the fifth. Job done. The second side. As you can see, car is up again. I noticed when I was tighten the nuts in right torque, I noticed a small movement here in the back, and I thought that maybe I should check the handbrake when the car is up. And handbrake is not on, but I noticed there is some slack there. So when the brake is not on, so I'm thinking there might be a little bit too more slack, and it might be in between the crown wheel and the pinion, I think. I have opened the rear a few times, but I haven't changed anything in the adjustment, and I don't have the dial indicator. I should buy one, and I haven't measured the slack, but I think that's one thing to check in the future. But I will put the handbrake on. And it's very tight on both sides, so I can't turn it with my hand, so it should be okay. But there is also, that's why I didn't remember that there's the small slack when the brake shoes are moving, so that's normal, but the brake should be okay. Now I fill the can, and I had issue with the driver's side jet. It was blocked, but now it's open. Well, the jet is not perfect, but it works. Let's put the switch power on, and it works like turning this switch. You can see there's some water coming, and that side is much powerful, and wipers are also working on both speeds, and horn. There's a low and high beam, and even the indicator is working. And yeah, let's check the park lights. Front. Now both sides are working. First time I tried, this was, yeah, there's some connection going on here. Maybe some WD-40 will help, but it works. But in the rear you can see the reverse light is on. Both rear lights are working. Brake lights, yeah, both sides. So, and what else? Lights, wipers, horn, washer. Well, now I just have to make sure that the parking light is working, and I have to fix the reverse light. Maybe a small test drive will help. Oh yes, it's running like a cat. You really can hear the Webers. I like the sound, and it's running okay, but still the backing lights or parking lights are on. So I hope that they will turn off after a test drive. Well, these old cars are always problematic because I drive them I don't drive them enough, and especially the electrics, they always do some tricks, but usually after a small drive everything starts to work okay. So there's some kind of electric issues, corrosion or something that causes that. But let's start a small test drive. At least the brakes are feeling quite hard, so I have to brake a lot, and we can't go on the road because I don't have valid MOT, and I have to remove the Hans garage plates before we hit the road. Yeah, but let's start the test drive before the MOT. First braking, car went straight. As you can see from the marks, the rear wheels are braking and the front is also, and I think the right side is also. You can see the braking marks on the sand, but parking lights are still on. Yeah, the car seems to work okay. Well, it's a little bit loud with only one muffler silencer. Well, when I'm putting the R cam, then I think I should maybe add another one, because it's not even so fun to drive anymore. It's too loud, but it should pass still the MOT. But it would be much nicer to drive if this would be a little bit more silent. Well, let's do a brake test. I will drive about 30 or 40 kilometers per hour. Just a sec. And brake. Yeah, it feels better and better on every brake. So it brakes straight. Yeah, the front tire, rear tire seems to work, and also the right side and front. And what's the most important is that it goes straight when I'm braking. Well, soon we will start braking on the asphalt, so it might be a different story, but still the lights are on. Maybe I should take this on the lift again and check the parking light switch in the gearbox. That might be the issue at this time. I opened it, and I will use some WD-40. I have to clean the contact surface because it will ground from here, from both sides. It will ground, and the power comes there. There's the bulb, and I already tested the bulb. I put it on the beep, and it's a little bit difficult to measure with one hand. and with the camera, but I will try. A little bit, yeah, maybe you can hear the beep. So the bulb is working, and I also fixed the rear parking light, or actually reverse light. Well, I will show you. I even lift the car up, but then I remember that the sensor for the reverse is up here, not down, it's up here, and it's a little bit difficult to feel or check, but luckily this is in race mode, so I don't have the interior here, so I will zoom a little bit. Come on. The wire is here, and the connector is down there. I can feel it with my finger, and what I just did, I just push it a little bit further and try to raise it a little bit and push it again, and just a little bit fiddled with the wire and it was fixed just like I thought. Let's put the power on and lights on. It's neutral. As you can see, there's only rear lights and register plate light, and then I will put the reverse, and we have the reverse right. Yes, so this is fixed. Next I just put the parking light together, so after that it should be ready for the MOT. Oh yes, bad ground, nothing else. Now it's working like it should. So let's hit the road and to the MOT. Oh yes, I just arrived from the MOT. What an adventure. Here in my gravel road, the brakes worked okay, and I did some, actually quite many hard braking on the asphalt, and the car went straight, but the brake pedal was very hard, felt hard. So I don't know if the brake booster is now broken. Maybe there's because there should be under pressure vacuum, so I don't know if the vacuum line is broken, or is the vacuum pump or the brake booster is that broken, but I should have one or two spare ones, so that one thing I have to change. But we passed MOT which is great. I will show you the exact results, but in Finland it's so nice that the cars which are old like this, they get valid MOT for 2 years. So next time I have to go June 26. So there's a two years time to enjoy of this car. But next I will show you the results and few things that the guy in MOT mentioned. This document is in Finnish, but I will translate it. First, the shock absorber test. There's a left and right, and there's a difference. So it's a front 66 and 56, difference 15%, and the rear shock absorber 60 and 45, difference 27. They are okay, but my shocks are quite old. Well, rear springs are like 5 or 10 years old, so springs are okay, but this is shock absorber test, so the shocks are quite old. My plan is to improve the suspension so that this would be better on track, so there will be some updates in the future. And then brakes. I was quite well, I was concerned about the brakes, but immediately when he drove the car on the rolls, I saw the front. So it's a kilo Newton, I think. Newton meters. I don't know the kn. 2.2 and 2.0. So the difference is only 9%, and maximum difference is 30. So when I saw the front, I immediately knew that well, I will pass the brake test. And the rear is 1.6, 1.4 and 1.1. 1.3 is the handbrake, difference 15%, and wheels locked in dynamometer, so it was okay. And there's some notification about the lights. Lujan looks laser, and passed and valid until June 26, which is nice. Few things he told me. One was the brake lines on the right side. I have to fix that. You can see the brake lines, and I have what bar is that? I have double bar there, so the lines are hitting those bars, which is not good. So I have to fix the brackets so that they don't hit the bar. You can see there's a mark, even a mark where the hoses are rubbing the bar. That's one thing I have to fix. And second is the rear tires, which I knew. He told me that, well, they are almost finished, and you really can see that there's a piece is missing. So I think he knew that, because I told him that I'm driving on the track this car, so they look exactly like that, those tires. And then he said that this is a little bit loud and laughed. And I said, yeah, I know. And I told him that I will change that later, because the engine used to be quieter, but now when I have done some changes, it's louder. And when we are putting the R-cam, it will be, I think, even louder. So I need 2 mufflers or silencers. So, and I will probably do 2.5 inch pipe from the collector to the end, and I would like to do a little bit nicer the end, because now the exhaust is terrible looking. I have done it by myself, but I hope that I can do a little bit nicer this time. But I'm so happy I passed the MOT. Honestly, I was a little bit surprised I passed the MOT. Well, I checked everything, lights, wipers, so I did my job, and even the brakes went through. Even the booster is not working perfectly, I think. And next I will move the car on this side, I think, and then first I will start putting the R-cam in, and other goods I managed to get from KJ Dreaming. And after that I will do the new exhaust, which will be a struggle or big adventure to me. I have done this 2-inch pipe myself, and it's terrible looking, but I hope that I have learned something, and the next version will be nicer. At least I will use more time and good materials to that, so I hope I managed to do a good exhaust. But hey, thanks for watching. Please give me thumbs up, comments down below what kind of adventures you have had in MOT. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, now it's a perfect time to do that, and also ring the bell. Thanks for watching. See you soon.